The Royal Marsden Hospital in London is Europe's largest cancer centre, treating thousands of patients every year. Kate Marler is here for a mammogram. She was diagnosed with breast cancer 3 years ago. After surgery and 5 months of chemotherapy, Kate is now happily cancer-free. There is no doubt that chemo saves lives, but there are many side effects of the toxic drugs, ranging from vomiting, fatigue and infertility to permanent nerve pain.
I wouldn't wish chemotherapy on my worst enemy. You know, the side effects are horrendous. They can be life-changing. You know, it didn't just affect me, it affected people around me, my family, my friends. You know, you lose your hair. You would want to do anything not to have chemo.
For many, that is now an option, after a landmark study published its results earlier this month. The TAILORx trial enrolled over 10,000 women with breast cancer. The primary study group were patients with early-stage breast cancer with an intermediate risk of recurrence. Patients were randomised to receive hormone therapy with or without chemotherapy and were followed for an average of 9 years. Researchers found that the majority of patients with hormone receptor positive, HER2 negative breast cancer that had not spread to the lymph nodes received no benefit from chemotherapy. Oncologist Dr. Alistair Ring said when the TAILORx findings were published, his practice changed overnight.
And already I have seen women in my clinic who previously would have needed to be given chemotherapy, but now I can have a discussion about safely withholding chemotherapy. I'd imagine that many oncologists around the UK would have taken on the results of this study. They've been well publicised, and it will be in fact impacting on their day-to-day practice.
According to the TAILORx researchers, 260,000 women who are diagnosed with breast cancer each year around the world can now safely skip chemotherapy. And for anyone who has been through chemo, that can only be good news.
The fact that if this trial is now going to mean that there'll be a cohort of people within those eligible women now who don't have to have chemo, you know, thank goodness for that.
Kate Parkinson, CGTN, London.